Hey everyone, Charlene here. Today I'm sharing a sneak peek of tomorrow's release for Honeybee Stamps. I am using the brand new Lovely Layers coffee cup to make this super cute card that doubles as a gift card holder. So let's get started. I'll start here by cutting out the main coffee cup piece from a very light blue cardstock. Then I'll cut out the lid as well as the rim pieces from that same light blue cardstock. The straw I'm going to cut from dark green cardstock, the coffee piece from a piece of dark brown cardstock. These next two pieces are from the coffee cup swirl add-on, and I'm cutting them out from white cardstock. And I'm also going to cut my whipped cream from that same white cardstock. I have my two swirl pieces here that I cut out, and I'm going to be coloring these with some Distress Oxides. Now these are going to layer really nicely together, but you could use just one swirl piece for this card if you didn't want the added dimension. So I have tea dye here, and I'm going to start by doing somewhat of a swooping motion. Essentially, I want to bring my brush in from around on the sides, so that way my swirled coffee ends up being lighter in the center. I'm happy here so far with the creaminess of that tea dye. It looks so good. For my other piece, I'm going to bring in a slightly darker color. I've brought in Vintage Photo, and I'm going to do the exact same process. I'm going to kind of swoop around and also circle up onto that swirl piece in order to darken the edges the most, but leave the center the lightest. I'm doing a little check here to see if I like the contrast between the two, and I want to add a bit more tea dye and maybe even a little bit of the Vintage Photo to my first swirl. I feel like the two browns aren't quite meshing as well as I'd like them to. Added that little bit, and now I feel like these two swirls look really good together. Next, I'm going to bring in all of the different parts of my cup that I cut out. So I've got the main cup piece, I have the dome lid, as well as the rim, as well as the secondary rim piece. I've brought out Tumbled Glass Distress Oxide, which is a very light blue, and I'm going to do a very similar thing to what I did to the coffee swirls, except I'm not going to come on the top or the bottom of these pieces. I'm just going to bring my ink in from the sides. Now this is what's going to help our pieces look more 3D. So I did the right and left on the cup. Now I'm working on the dome. Same thing, I'm going to bring in that ink from the right and the left, and you can already see how this is giving it more of a 3D look, making those pieces look like an actual cup instead of just paper, which is so fun. I love what you can do with ink. For the whipped cream, I'm bringing in a detail blender brush because I want to work in some pumice stone here along the areas that are embossed. These were embossed by the die, so it's going to make the whipped cream look like it has some shading. I'm not bringing in very much ink. I'm just kind of doing a little swoopy. And now for the edges of the whipped cream, I am going to bring that pumice stone all the way around. So you can see it's subtle, but it gives more definition. Now I can go ahead and start to put my coffee cup together. So I'll start with the darker swirl piece, and I'm going to add glue to the back here, and this is going to layer directly along the bottom of the coffee piece. I'm going to put an acrylic block on there while I'm adding glue to my second swirl because there are a lot of fine little pieces here. Using that acrylic block is really helpful to ensure that everything is flat and adheres really well. So now I'll bring in my second swirl piece, gonna layer that right over, bring back in that acrylic block a second time. I'm going to take the topmost lid detail here for the rim and add some glue to the back of it. You could do this in different colors. I was trying to make my cup look a little bit more true to life, but this would look really fun as a rainbow cup, or you could use your recipient's favorite colors to make the different parts of the coffee cup. Lots of different options. On the main cup piece, you can see there is an embossed detail here. That's because this cup is so cool. It also creates a regular to-go coffee cup, not just a cold drink coffee cup. So there's a couple of other dies that I'm not showing you because this is a sneak peek, but just keep that in mind. This is a super versatile set. So I'm gonna layer our coffee piece here right along the edges of the cup. It leaves a little thin bit of blue at the bottom, and then I have my whipped cream. I'm going to layer that here on the dome. You could use acetate or vellum, which would be a fun option as well here, and then put your coffee and your whipped cream back behind it. That would look really cute. I've got my lid. I'm going to put that on next. Now, if you want your straw to show inside of the cup, then you should put your straw on before you put that lid. So I'm showing you here. If you want it to look like it's inside your cup, put that on first. Now, I do not want it to look like it's inside the cup because I'm actually going to show you how to make this into a gift card holder, and I feel like it looked better without the straw, but that's just a personal preference. So what I'm actually going to do here is do 2 different ways you can do the gift card. So I'll show you first. You can see there is that little cutout detail in the coffee cup. So what I'm going to do first here is decide where I want my straw to be. I think it looks nice with just a little bit coming off the top. I also want to fit this when it's finished on an A2 sized card. So you've got to keep that in mind when you're deciding on placement. So I'll add some glue back there while I kind of hold the straw and then just glue it in place. I have my coffee gift card here and some dry adhesive. So this is the first way you can do this. I'm going to add some dry adhesive here to the front of the straw. You also could put that dry adhesive on the back of the straw and adhere your gift card there. What you want to be mindful of is just making sure that all of your gift card, you can see there, is going to fit back behind the cup. So once I have figured out what I'm going to do here in terms of the straw and everything and having the gift card on the front, I'm then flipping the whole piece over and using some thin foam tape to create essentially rails for that gift card to slide in and out of. So you want to make sure that you have enough foam tape on there. I've got 2 pieces on each side, making sure that it touches where I want the gift card to go. And then I also have stoppers for the gift card and then some additional pieces so that way my finished cup has nice dimension. But now you can see the gift card easily comes in and out of the cup. It's peeking out there and looks really cute. Another way you can do this if you don't want your gift card to show is I'm going to show you how you can put it on the back. Now I'm just going to trim off the straw right now because I already had that adhesive on the front of it, but you could just put your adhesive on the back piece here and then add your gift card on there and you're going to get the same result just without your gift card showing when that topper piece is inside the cup. This release has a lot of really cute papers. This is the freebie for this release. You can get details on the website once the release is live tomorrow. I have picked this cute piece from the freebie pack and you can see the straw here, depending on how tall you make it, is going to extend past your card. But I'm going to tilt my cup here and it fits easily then onto a standard A2 sized card. You could do several different things here. If you want to make that dome a little smaller so you could have the straw longer, you could trim that portion off, or you could trim the bottom of the coffee cup. But I want mine to be in all its glory, so I am putting it on an angle here onto that card panel that I've chosen from the freebie pack. I'm going to ink up my sentiment now with some intense black ink. This sentiment is from the Sip, Smile, Repeat stamps and dies. It's very cute, very graphic style. I like the text, and I've also stamped out a little heart and a little smiley face, which I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. You'll see I end up going with the heart. While I'm here, I am stamping a sentiment, you guys, on the inside of my card. Yay me, I managed to remember to do it. I'm going to add some glue to the back of the completed card panel and then add it to the front of the card base. Cut out that sentiment with the coordinating dies and pop some foam tape on the back of there to give it some dimension. Added a little bit of foam tape as well onto the heart. So now you can see how graphic this looks. To add some more texture here, I've brought in some of these pearls from the new Homestead Hues pearl pack. They look like little sprinkles on our coffee cup. So here's the finished card. It's got this fun gift card in here. You could use that or not do a gift card, make a regular coffee cup. So many awesome things. I think this is a great gender neutral card and anyone in your life would like it. I hope you guys picked up some tips and tricks today. Please be sure to like and subscribe so that way you will know about future videos here on the Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.